This program is brought to you by Wealth Management Advisor, Benny Ruan.
Let's connect to Mars, Puya. Today's interview, we will reach out to an entrepreneur in Shanghai, China. However, he's not a Chinese.
It's not easy anymore to introducing any technology to Chinese market. I'm sure if I were in other countries, it would be easier for me because China is super competitive. Super. It's really good. I'm so happy that I've been in China.
Let's connect to Mars, Puya.
Hi, Julia. I'm happy to be here at AMAP VU Talk Show. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you. So Mars, you call yourself a crazy entrepreneur. What do you mean by that?
As a crazy entrepreneur, I believe that everyone who wants to be an entrepreneur, everyone who wants to launch his business, who wants to go after his or her dream, they have to be crazy enough. They have to be out of box, and they have to sacrifice a lot of things. If you're not crazy, you're not going to do that. So that's why I'm calling it everybody who wants to be entrepreneur. First, they have to be crazy enough. Then they can get into this journey.
How crazy are you?
Well, I'm crazy enough to be out of my country for 14 years and being in China for 10 years and being in Seoul, Dubai, Malaysia, and KL. But yeah, I've been crazy enough to launch many platforms and went to several failure and several successful cases and businesses.
Let's talk about your global marketing company that you set up over 5 years ago. It's called Global Business Connections. The mission of it is to open a new and innovative way of communicating, interacting, and sharing information. Would you explain more about it?
Definitely. Well, our Hong Kong's company is called Global Business Creation. And from the name, you can understand that we want to be global and we want to create businesses. Global Business Creation online entrepreneurship platform. Online entrepreneurship platform means that we want everybody from anywhere to get into our platform, and they start putting their ideas and getting their team members, getting their mentors, and then they kind of start, their journey of entrepreneurship. But 5 years ago, this concept was very weird and strange in China or even out of China. But now COVID-19 brought a lot of problems, challenges, difficulties for the whole world. And unfortunately, a lot of people have been, in trouble and their businesses got shut down. And then COVID-19 made it possible that we start a kind of online accelerator, which was our purpose 5 years ago. And nobody wanted to understand. But now we see that this is going to happen. And it's all about entrepreneurship, bringing equal opportunities to people anywhere in the world, no matter where you are. Either you're in Africa, either you're in China, in Singapore, in USA, in Europe, in Middle East, anywhere you are, but you are sure that you are having access to equal opportunity as others have to launch your business and going after your dream. Boom.
It's a platform for the people from all around the world to share information and resources to support each other.
It's like a accelerating or incubating program. People, they get there because they want to launch their businesses. And people, they try to find their team members, or they try to find some other resources that every single business needs to be launched by those resources. Those resources can be HR, human resources, can be some people who does coding or developing platforms. They can find those people that they need, plus they can find other resources if they want to raise funds. if they want to find mentors.
That's great. I know you have been helping tech companies promote their products and services to China or from China to other countries. How different do you think it is to market a tech company now than a few years ago?
Well, the trend of technology has been growing like crazy. And I think the whole world, it is in the era of transition, especially by having this COVID-19, the whole thing is going to change completely. And I think China, this country is crazier than other countries in the world because changes are super fast in China. The growth of technology, super fast in China. Things are happening like crazily, and it's not easy anymore to like introducing any technology to Chinese market because the competition is so high and the people are so smart, and it's not easy to launch your business in China. You need to start in a kind of very big scale. And if you want to just launch your tech company in China, you need to be completely aware of the market, and you need to get a help of your Chinese partner. Otherwise, I don't recommend to get into Chinese market. And also, you need to come in China with a very hardcore technology or a kind of competitive advantage, or your company needs to have a kind of unfair advantage. This is from out of China to China. But if you want to go from China out of China, you want to go global, then as a Chinese company or as a Chinese entrepreneur, also you have some other challenges, because let's say we have Google, we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have YouTube. None of them work in China. And in China, there are many other media platforms, but they are not synchronized. They are not connected. Imagine if you are in China having millions of followers in Weibo, or millions followers, I don't know, in some other platform like Youku, but out of China is nothing. So there are a lot of challenges. I think we are working on those challenges, and that's the opportunity for some other entrepreneurs to work on that.
According to what you just said, it looks like if you want to stand out as a successful entrepreneur in China, you have to be very crazy.
Yeah, crazy and creative, positive, they are all needed to be a successful entrepreneur, no matter where you are, which you can fight back all those challenges. This is what entrepreneurship mindset is talking about.
Do you think the China market is more competitive than those of other countries that you used to travel to?
I think the competition in China is super high, which I think if I were in other countries, I would do my businesses easier. I'm sure if I were in other countries, like European countries or in USA or in Australia or Canada, it would be easier for me. But I'm happy that I was in China and I grew my businesses in China, because the more you're under pressure, the more you're in challenges, the better is going to be for you. I mean, for your business, for your, even for the life that you have, because it makes you to be much more prepared. It makes you stronger, and it makes you like having a kind of competitive advantage that others might not be able to have. I mean, this is a very good chance for me, which I was in China. But I'm sure if I were in other countries, it would be easier for me, because China is super competitive. Super.
How have the big data and AI marketing changed your customers' experience in your own customer service practices?
I mean, the name of big data is on it. It means that it's all about a big data. It's a giant and it's a large scale of data that you're gonna have. Big data and AI, they do help you in some aspects. One of those aspects is like it's all about statistics. When you're talking about data, is big data is all about statistics because you do understand your customers' behavior, like how many times your customer is buying the same product, how many times your customer is going to that website, and how your customer is using data or how they look at things, either is online or offline. So I think these tools are really important. If you go to like some big companies, big marketing companies, whatever they do everything based on data and information. They won't do anything without all this thing. And AI is something that it really helps in marketing because it really helps you to catch a lot of differences between one market to another market. As an example, I'm giving you a kind of case, like you go to Amazon or you go to Alibaba and you go and click on a kind of product, and the AI system is going and search for you, finding a similar product for you. And imagine if you click 2 times or 3 times on a product, and the engine of those platforms are helping you to go after the same products, maybe somewhere else, based on color, based on shape, based on some information, and so on. And imagine how this kind of things, mechanism, which is done by AI and big data things, how they help you to find your product or whatever you're looking for much easier. This is a case. Of course, they brought a lot of changes and big changes, which is going to change this industry completely. And I think whoever gets into AI and big data, marketing-wise, or in other aspects, they're going to have a very big chance to have a good market share in this field of business, definitely.
Great! You grew up in Iran, worked in Dubai, Seoul, and Malaysia for 5 years, and then China for 11 years. How valuable are your international work experiences in your own case?
Well, I think if I'm born again, I try to stay in my country like for 15 years. And after that, I try to go to other countries, no matter where I'm gonna be from, if I'm American, if I'm European, or whatever. But if I'm born again, I'm gonna start going to different countries because it really helps you to have a better perspective, better point of view. It really helps you to see how the world is and what is going on in another corner of the world, and getting familiar with different people, different aspects, different perspectives. And it really helps you to communicate much better, to do your business much better. You know, like for doing business and for having a very good communication, you need to know the culture, you need to know the people, you need to know the language. And if you go around the world, you will get to know all these things, and it really helps you in your business. And I think in my idea, it really makes you creative. It really makes you patient and also open mind. And I think it's the most enjoyable thing even a business person or an entrepreneur can do. And I do recommend to a lot of young entrepreneurs, as me, I'm still young.
You are.
So do the same. It's really good. I'm so happy that I've been in China. I've been in many other countries. And I hope that I can be in other countries as well.
Working and doing business in different countries indeed make you smarter, stronger, and more flexible.
That's amazing. I love that. I love the experience.
Thank you so much, Mars, for joining us today. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for having me in your program. Amen to you, Julia. You're awesome.